And now we got breaking news related to that United Auto Workers strike. Let's say back to Phil LeBeau in Detroit. Phil.
John Ford has just announced that it is laying off approximately 600 workers at its Michigan assembly plant. That is the plant where one of the UAW strikes is taking place. We should point out that that strike does not shut down the entire plant. There is still body construction and stamping work that is going on there. But because those employees need some of the parts that the UAW works with and provides to the stamping operation and the body construction operation, and they cannot do that, Ford says it has no choice but to tell those workers they are now laid off. So this is the knock-on effect that we've talked about, John, that when you see these strikes begin, you will see layoffs potentially beginning either at facilities related to that plant where a strike is taking place or elsewhere within the automaker and their entire network of operations. So again, Ford laying off approximately 600 workers at its Michigan assembly plant just outside of Detroit. John?
So we've gotten a little reaction from the automaker CEOs. We had the Ford CEO going on cable news and saying, oh, if we met their demands, gosh, we just wouldn't be able to make it. Let's take a listen to what he had to say.
Quickly put in some perspective, the offer that they have, what they're demanding relative to where you are right now, how much damage would that do to the bottom line if you were to say, sure, we'll give you 40%?
If we signed up for the UAW's request, instead of making money and distributing $75,000 in profit sharing in the last 10 years, we would have lost $15 billion and gone bankrupt by now. The average pay would be nearly $300,000 fully fringed for a 4-day work week. There is no way.
Per UAW employee.
Yeah, this is our fully tenured. School teacher in the U.S. makes $66,000. Someone from the military or fireman makes mid-50,000. This is 4 or 5 times, 6 times what they make.
Did you ever consider perhaps teachers and firefighters should make more? Number one.
Not even true.
Number two, it's total bullshit.
Yeah.
It's been nearly 24 hours since an historic strike began. UAW workers from Detroit's Big Three automakers now striking. Their union president says they'll be back at the bargaining table tomorrow. But the big question tonight, will all sides find middle ground? ABC's Rena Roy has the latest.
United Auto Workers taking to the streets in downtown Detroit Friday night.
It feels good that we're actually out here standing up for what we deserve.
Making their message to the top 3 automakers loud and clear.
I just started a month ago and I'm making like $16 an hour and it's beating me up. So I can't imagine what these people have been working 25 years.
Nearly 13,000 workers at 3 locations in the Midwest walking off the job, striking against Ford, GM, and Chrysler owner Stellantis.
This is what happens when corporations don't take care of the people.
No deal reached between the union and the 3 companies despite weeks of negotiations.
Now I'm fired up. I'm ready to go to war. I'm ready to fight for what's mine. We deserve it. I mean, we don't get to see our families, and it's been really rough for us this year. So right now I'm ready.
It's 2023. Nobody here wants to be living in a van eating cat food down by the river. We're going to retire soon, and we need a fair package.
I feel really good. I feel that when you have the Big Three refusing to even come halfway to the requirements, it's necessary. This is history.
That parking lot is normally full Monday through Friday. Now it's empty due to the fact that we are on strike. We are fighting for what we deserve.
It's pretty surreal. It's all new to everybody here. None of us have been here before. Unless you've got over 50 years seniority, you haven't been here.
We're fighting for what we deserve through the UAW and for Ford. I'm 100% behind my brothers and sisters with this strike, and hopefully this strike will show Ford that we're not backing down.
We make these cars, we can't even afford them ourselves. The greed and stuff has to stop now.
There was so much given up, and it's time now to give back. You can't expect these workers to make cars they can't afford to buy.
What do we want? Now! What do we want? Now! Yeah, thanks for being here. They'll take care of their workers. We'll be out here as long as we have to. Accident more places comes next.
This is just not about the UAW. This is about all active employees across the United States, because what happens here will happen everywhere.
No deal, no wheels. That's all. That's it. Local 900.
The problem that we
we've had is that we have people decided that they didn't really want to work so much anymore through COVID, and that has had a massive issue on productivity. Tradies have definitely pulled back on productivity. They have been paid a lot to do not too much in the last few years, and we need to see that change. We need to see unemployment rise. Unemployment has to jump 40-50% in my view. We need to see pain in the economy. We need to remind people that they work for the employer, not the other way around. I mean, there's been a systematic change where employees feel the employer is extremely lucky to have them, as opposed to the other way around. So it's a dynamic that has to change. We've got to kill that attitude, and that has to come through hurting the economy, which is what the whole global, the world is trying to do. The governments around the world are trying to increase unemployment to get that to some sort of normality. And we're seeing it. I think every employer now is seeing it. I mean, there is definitely massive layoffs going off. People might not be talking about it, but people are definitely laying people off, and we're starting to see less arrogance in the employment market, and that has to continue because that will cascade across the cost balance.
Shalom. Giving all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone that rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, pushing the true doctrine. Caught the four winds of earth and all truth and sincerity. I'm Lamar Ariyah from the Mississippi Count. Lord willing, this will be an edifying lesson. And this lesson is just going to be a quick lesson through the spirit, going into this strike that's going on with the big three. You got General Motors, you got Chrysler, and Ford, where they're having this strike where they're trying to get, a pay increase, of 40%. I guess the company is offering 20 over a 4-year span, but the union, and the people that work there, the employees are not going for it. They trying to get more, and this is and then it's a big layoff. They doing big layoffs behind it, and that last clip on that video that Edomite speaking on how there need to be layoffs, they need to do more layoffs, pretty much to let the people know that the companies are more important than you are, that you should be appreciative basically to have a job. But the people are making it look like the companies should be more appreciative to have them working. So Esau is pretty much, trying to put people in their place. And, it's all prophecy, man, because, the grinding is going to cease, man. The work is going to become little. Okay. It's not going to be a lot of jobs. And they're finna, it's even talks of a government shutdown. We know they're gonna bring that thing back. Hey, Jacob Trouble finna just really be set off. Okay, and this is all orchestrated by the elites, man. Order out of chaos. Order out of chaos. They finna have people wound up, man. They finna have people wound up. People are getting rebellious. People are getting aggravated, agitated. People can't pay their bills. They can't feed their families, and it's becoming an issue, man. So people are finna really start flipping out, start losing it. And what's gonna happen behind all that? You're gonna have Jacob's Trouble, man. You're gonna have martial law going to implement it, and we know it all is gonna narrow down and wind down to when it comes to implementing the MOTB, because these elites are trying to bring forth the NWO. But these are beginning stages, man. And brothers always go into all this craziness you see in these other countries, how bad it's gotten. It's coming to Babylon. It's coming to America, man. But America really gonna lose it, man, because this is a privileged country, okay? These American westernized people have been pacified. They've been catered to. They've been just comforted. But now the rug is going to be snatched out from under them. All the goodies are about to be taken away. Okay? All the privileges are about to be gone. Now it's going to be survival of the fittest. And if the Lord is not dealing with you, if the Lord doesn't have you covered with his grace and mercy, if you're not part of the Lord's elect, you're going to be fooled. Okay? You're going to be fooled. So I'm going to get a few scriptures here and I'm going to close it out. All right. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. It reads, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. And people are not rejoicing, man. People are mourning. People are going through tough times. Because as it's written in Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. These big companies, you know, the big three, these Ford, Chrysler, General Motors, man, these CEOs are Edomites, possibly small hats. Either way, they're controlled and owned by the wicked. You know, and they don't give a damn about these people, man. They want their money. Could they afford to pay this 40%? Of course they could. But why pay people more money when you can give them the work for less? This is their mindset regardless, because this is how they come about, by slavery, free labor from Israelites, man. You know, now the other people, their people, the Edomites who have gotten the short end of the stick, they're just, you know, casualties of war, if you will. They just caught up in the net. They're having to work and slave for these banker families, these upper elites, and these regular, you know, just what you call, I guess, lower elites. You know? But it's beautiful, man, because through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, this is all prophecy, man. We're watching the collapse and the unraveling of a wicked kingdom, man. We're watching a wicked rulership go down. Okay? Yahushua will soon be coming back, man. And that's what we're looking for. That's what we're hoping for. Okay? That's what we're sighing and crying for. Because we sick of this damn place, man. You know? And yeah, we got to go through it. We're going to have to go through the times of Jacob's trouble. Okay? We're going to have to go through all these different chaotic and crazy things that's going to be going on. We're going to be pilgrims among the earth. You know, it's written. But the only difference is we have Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua, you know, that strong tower where the righteous shall run and be safe. Okay? That hedge. The Lord said that his men shall eat, drink, and be merry. Okay? That's what we got, man. We have a power, man, that's gonna, you know, take care of us. And examples are written throughout the Bible, man. So I'm gonna get another scripture here, and I'm gonna close it out. We'll just start at verse in Ecclesiastes chapter 12. We'll just start at verse 3. In the day when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the grinders cease because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the doors shall be shut in the streets, when the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of music shall be brought low. And we see how the grinding is starting to cease, man. A lot of people ain't working. And then you see this layoff because of the strike. More and more people getting laid off. I think it said Ford laid off 600 more people. You know, the grinding is getting low. Okay, the streets gonna be empty. People ain't gonna really have no reason to go nowhere because they're not gonna have the finances. Not to mention, you know, the possibility of a government shutdown or a shutdown because another pan, you know. So it's finna be real bad, man. It's finna be real bad. Okay? Then, you know, you just got the inflation. Inflation is just absolutely ridiculous, man. You know, it's been hard to make it, man. Now it's horribly hard. Middle class is being just dismantled because of the inflation, because of the housing market, because of, you know, just jobs, you know, going belly up. You know, when that C-19 hit the first time, man, it did some damage. Some people never came back from that. Some companies, some business never come back from that. So when they drop it this time, it's a wrap, man. And then, you know, you got the Edomites talking rebellious regarding it ain't gonna be now another shutdown. Okay. They gonna bring in them goddamn stormtroopers, them sleeper cells. They gonna wake them up. You know, the EU troops or whatever, man. Jacob's trouble is finna be in full effect. Full effect. And Lord willing, man, hey, brother, just, you know, stay faithful and continue to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And just walk through the fire, man. You know, because the Lord is going to bring us through it, man. These bad times, these times that it seemed like there's no way out, you know, that's the way Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. You know, it seemed like it wasn't going to be no way out that fiery furnace, man. But what? The imagery of 4 come out of that fire, man. Yahweh Shai brought them through the fire, man. So it's going to be the same thing with us, man. All this chaos that's going to be going on, Yahweh Shai, you know, is going to bring us through it, man, because his words are faithful and true as it is written. You know? So, yeah, man, the Lord is showing that, hey, his words are faithful and true. He's showing that this place is going down. You know? This is uproars of the people, man. These are uproars of the people. By these people going out, you know, these strikes. This is an uproar. These people are not happy. They're not rejoicing. You know, and who's to say how this is going to end up turning out? Who's to say that this ain't going to escalate into, you know, something violent? You know? Who's to say? Time will tell. So I'm gonna get one more scripture and I'm gonna close it out. So like it. Bear with me 1 second. Which I just quoted, but I want to get it. All right, this is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 3. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes, and it was just a big earthquake in what was that? So like I can't think of it. Brothers know though, it's just a big ass earthquake that killed a lot of damn people, man, in another country. Okay? And uproars of the people in the world. And as I said, this is an uproar of people in Michigan, man, going against the big 3. And it's only going to get worse. It's only going to get worse. And, you know, I think it was mentioned that other companies might start jumping on the bandwagon, man. Going on strike, demanding more money. Okay? So, yeah, man, it's going down, man. So, hey, Lord willing, this was an edifying lesson. I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double unto our apostles, the elders, great millstone, and root well. Peace and salutation to the hopeful elect. Shalom.